the state now makes it a requirement that all parents who want a personal or religious waiver come into the health department for to get their form filled out and to have it signed by a public health nurse. Now, at Ottawa County, we've been doing this for about 22 plus years. So this is something that I have done for a very long time. But for many other parents, this is brand new for them. They have not had to come in and do this before. And I've had multiple parents tell me, thank you so much for respecting my views, for giving me some really good tidbits of information to take home. We talk about the diseases that the vaccines prevent, what diseases we're seeing maybe in our community or within the country, some disease rates. We talk about vaccines and ingredients or things that are on their mind and their concern. So it is really tailored to what they need to know. For parents who with younger kids, as their kids go through the different grades and schools, they come in many times, multiple times. They came in for preschool for a waiver. Their children are now in kindergarten. We have a new set of vaccines to talk about. They come in and they need a new one then. They need a new one if they change schools or when they go to 7th grade, because there's another new set of vaccinations. So we re-talk about it. Plus, I'm not, when they were here 7 years ago, I don't know what we talked about then. So we revisit it again, because when I talk to parents, I talk about life's journey and their journey of their children through school and through changing views and changing research that comes out, emerging diseases. Maybe their children are going to decide to do a study abroad program later in life, or they're going to go to do mission trips. That's very popular in our area, doing mission trips. And so sometimes those things will help to change parents' views. But all in all, I really have not had any parents who actually end up leaving, disappointed or still angry when they leave. They are generally always very appreciative of at least the time that we've spent together. Even those who were upset when they got here. I have had a couple parents change their mind over time as we've developed a relationship with multiple children over multiple years. I know it's not just me, their physicians have a lot to do with it too. They're hearing both sides from both of us, and they begin to trust us and trust me. I do have a family where all of their kids are now fully vaccinated with every single recommended vaccine, but it wasn't just the first visit. It was multiple visits where, they gained trust and, just really, and then they would take some of that information back and do more research on their own, and then, come to us for questions and answers. And so that's worked out. 2 times this year for sure, I have had parents where they came in for a waiver, and one of the things I always talk about is the Vaccine for Children program. And the Vaccine for Children program is a federally funded and state-funded program for vaccinations for children until their 19th birthday, for kids that have Medicaid, kids with no insurance, and kids who have an insurance that'll never cover any cost of immunizations at any point in time. I have had 2 parents who they came in for their waivers. They were new to the area, new to the state. They did not know about the Vaccine for Children program, and the only reason they were getting a waiver was because they didn't have insurance and they didn't have a doctor in the area. And when they learned that there was a program, one parent made the appointment and came back, and their child was vaccinated. The other parent had their child with them that day because they didn't have anybody to leave their 5-year-old with, and I vaccinated that child that day. So when I say all parents come to us with different points, they really do. And I don't know who's going to be what when they walk in the door, but that's why it's important for us to get together and have a conversation. So that way we can just, again, either open a door or maybe vaccinate, but there's just a lot of other education that they need to get that I don't think an online kind of program is the same as building a relationship with us and with a nurse here.